All right, people, you already know what it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. We had some technical difficulties through Facebook. So since it's a very sensitive situation, so what I did is we're still going to talk about the same topic, but I didn't put it up there. I just put the call in number up there. So we all know what we're talking about. So just come on back on in, share the video. We're gonna try this. We're gonna do this again, and I still got the caller on hold. She's ready to speak to us again and tell us the story again. So I appreciate you guys holding, standing here with me, and we're about to redo it again. We're coming back on live again, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. It's the same topic, but Facebook interrupt the video, maybe because somebody reported or just because taking your own life, things like that. So, all right. So that's what we're gonna do. So people, we're gonna redo it again, and I gotta talk to us again. But I need you guys to share the video before we get started. We need to share it again. We're gonna talk about the same subject. I need you to hold on, Dr. Sanders. I need you. We're gonna talk about the same subject, but I need you guys to share it on your page, share it in your inbox. Share it in your inbox. Share it on your page. I still got the caller with us, and she's going to retell her story again. Sorry about that. Facebook sent me a message on the screen. You guys couldn't see it, So maybe somebody reported, but y'all know I'm sensitive. Those that follow me, they monitor me. So this is live, uncut, unedited. People, this is real. This is not fake. This is not a stunt. This is real life, people. So we don't need nobody on here judging. We don't need nobody on here trying to laugh at somebody. We don't need that. All right. So this is real, people. This is real. This is live, uncut, unedited. I still got my dear sister on the live. I would not reveal her name at all. What's important is her message. And I'm gonna have her start talking right now. Uh, Dr. Sanders, I'm gonna need you to hold on, okay? Okay, go ahead, sister. Come and tell her. Start all over again.
Okay, okay. Well, Martin, what I was saying was, yes, I've had one of those moments. Um, I do consider myself a strong woman, a strong-minded woman, and I've had a weak moment like that where I received um, a bad doctor's report. I went to the
Okay.
doctor and he gave me some news and
Mm,
I didn't agree with it.
mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't want to accept it, but it is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it put me into a deep depression. And the depression got so deep where mentally, it got dark. It got real, real dark, like black, like no light. Some situations you can see a little light in the tunnel, but
Mm-hmm.
this one, there was no light. And what I was telling Martin is, it's important to have people in your world that can read you, or not even read you. How about hear you without you even saying anything? Okay, it's important to have people that can hear you loudly, um, even when you're not even saying nothing. And I told Martin I had a special person. She's still living. I have a special person in my life. She's my god grandmother. At the time, she was about 92 years old, and we go to church together. So I'm pretty active in my church, choir and all this stuff. And she noticed that I wasn't coming. She noticed I wasn't coming. She noticed I didn't even want to be involved in nothing. And she didn't ask any questions. But what caught my attention was I was trying to avoid her because I had set up I had set up the plan. The plan was to, uh, first of all, walk. I wasn't gonna do no hanging or nothing like that. The plan was to just walk out in traffic and get hit by the biggest thing that you could see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a son. I had wrote it down what my instructions is for him, and my things, and even me, my instructions. But I was prepared My mind was so black. She told me I had a cat. I had a cat. She called me. She said, I'm coming over there. I said, Granny, you can't come over here. It's cat hair everywhere. All on the couch. It's gonna get in your clothes. And she told me. She said, I'm
Queen,
coming.
I need you to hold that thought. Let me answer this other line and tell them to hold. Okay. This hold. Okay, they hung up. Go ahead, sister. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she said, well, she said it's gonna be me, you, and the cat, because I'm coming over there. And like I told Martin before, Uber wasn't jumping like that, so she got into a regular taxi and she came over to my house. And when she got there, before she asked me what the report was, she kissed me on the forehead and she started praying over me. And we cried and cried and cried all over and cried again. Then she asked me what happened. And she told me, she reminded me of the power of God. She reminded me of God's promises. She reminded me of God, what he said my purpose is. And the fact that he said he'll never leave me nor forsake me.
Mm-hmm.
She reminded me of his promises to me. And she spoke and she prayed that thing out. She prayed that thing out. She prayed that thing off of me. Because she felt it. She felt something. I've never been a person that will, if I get stressed or depressed, indulge in substance like drugs, alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I just pull back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just when it gets that heavy. But this time I had pulled back so strong where nobody can talk to me.
Mm.
And she caught it. She caught it in the nick of time. And I to this day, to God, all I can say right now is to God be the glory. That's all I can really say.
Okay.
That's all I can really say is to God be the glory.
Mm.
Because if she hadn't came, if she didn't, she told me, she said, whose report are you gonna believe? You believe the report of the Lord. And he said he'll never leave you. He said he promised to be with you to the end of the world. He said he's a way maker. He's a healer. She reminded me of what I know. Because at that time, I wasn't trying to hear nothing.
You ain't want to hear nothing about no God or nothing.
I ain't hear nothing about God. I ain't want to hear nothing. I sing at a lot of funerals, and I sing at a lot of funerals, encouraging people how to move on. At that time in my life, there was not a song, 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus. I need thee, oh, I need thee, Lord, every hour. That didn't come in my mind.
Do y'all hear? Hold on, sister. Hold on. Do y'all hear that, people? Here's a woman that was faithful to church, faithful to her God, and she went into a depression. She was in a dark place. For those who listening, I didn't put the thing up there because Facebook knocked me off. So those of you that have been here, you know what we talk about. We talk about being in that dark place. And when you're in that dark place, things can happen. Things can happen. And most of the time things happen, you do it to yourself. And you know what I'm talking about. But this sister right here, listen, God bless her. Listen to her testimony. I just want to let people know, just coming in, what we're talking about, taking your own life. That's what we're talking about. Have you ever felt like that you wanted to do that? She said she was in a dark place. She had got some bad news that she could not live with. She didn't want to live with after that. And she said, in her own words, she was going to walk in front of the biggest thing in front of her, whether that be a bus or truck or whatever, and in it all. And she said she left a note, instructions for her son. What did she want done? Am I right, sister? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But she said this old mother from the church came over. She made every excuse now for this mother to come over to her house.
Yeah.
Now, and the mother knew something. She said, I'm going to come over there. It's going to be me, you, and the cat. And I'm going to spend the night. And the mother got with her and prayed with her and prayed that thing off her. Glory be to God.
That thing off.
Mm-hmm.
So did. So did.
Mm-mm-mm.
So did. I'm blessed.
She blessed. She young. You
I'm
39.
blessed.
What year you said? 39.
I'm 39.
She 39 years old. God
Yep.
bless her. He saw fit
Yep.
to be here to tell her story. This
Yep.
story that she's telling somebody, it's going to help somebody out there. It's going to
Yep.
help somebody. You can make it. If you in your dark place,
Yes,
if
you
your
can.
husband left you, if your wife left you, if you're losing your
Mhm.
house, you're losing your home, your car, your finance ain't where it's supposed to be, God can reach you.
Yes, he
There's some
can.
help. He can help you.
Yes, he can. Yes,
He'll
he
send
can.
the right person with the right
Yep.
message
That's it.
at the right
That's all.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I got a witness right here on the phone.
Yep. Sure enough. Sure enough.
Anything else you want to say, sister?
No, I'll be all night, Mark.
Okay, thank you. All right, bless you. Thank you.
Bless you too, honey.
All right, bye-bye. Live, uncut, unedited. Where you calling from, caller? Caller?
Yes, calling from Chicago, Illinois.
All right, you want to tell your story? You know what the topic is, right?
Yes, I do. I
Oh,
usually won't do nothing like
okay,
this,
but that's
but
okay. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to give your name out. I'm not going to give your number out. None. You never have to worry about that. Everything.
I mean, it's fine, but
Okay.
my life is a testimony, and
What? What?
hopefully that it can open the eyes to so many young ladies out here at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 35 years old.
Okay.
I've been down for so many years, so many years. I was in a dark place of my time. I had moved from Chicago thinking that it would be the best move for me and my kids, and it actually was the best move for me and my kids. But I couldn't leave Chicago alone, and I used to come up here every weekend just to go out and support and to party and do everything, and I'll take my butt back home on Sundays. And down there up in Crystal Lake, it get kind of lonely. It get kind of lonely. Nobody willing to make a 2-hour drive. And I started dating someone, and we were dating for about 6 months or so. We were dating for about 6 months or so, and there's nothing really was wrong with us dating. But I left this person for someone that was supposed to be my best friend. Why did I do that? I don't know. I let him get up into my head, thinking that, they say relationships is better with best friends and people who actually know you and stuff like that. And I'm here to say that's not true. It's not true at all. And for women not to fall for things like that. So I decided to leave the person that I was with and move back up here to Chicago. When I moved back up to Chicago, me and the guy, we got an apartment together and everything. Everything was just so good. Best friends, everything was just so good. After a couple of months, he started getting very abusive. He started getting to the point where he locked me inside the house. We had got an apartment out south. And on out south apartments, they have them locks where you leave out the door and you slide the gate and put a padlock up on them.
Mm-hmm.
At the majority buildings down there. And it got to the point that's so scary that he used to lock me in the house, lock me and my kids up in the house. He used to tell me all type of things. I had started my own organization and everything, and we was pretty good at what we did. We were supporting, volunteering. We was pretty good at what we did. After a while, I got to the point where I didn't even want to participate up in that anymore.
Mm.
So I decided that I was going to just leave my organization and, just start working and everything like that. Now, this supposed to be friend was telling me, you shouldn't leave it, why would you leave something that you built and all of that, which was true, and I did feel it, and I understood it that. But I felt that it was a time that I did a whole lot of supporting. It was time for me to focus on myself with the move coming back to Chicago and things. This so-called friend was so abusive and so disrespectful to the point where I just didn't want to see or talk to anybody.
Let me ask you a question, sister. So-called friend, but was he a lover too as well?
Yes, he was.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to clear that out. Okay.
Yes, he was.
And you said you didn't want to talk to nobody. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He was a lover. He was a lover, and I let him get in my head about
coming back up here, and you know, relationships work better with best friends, all type of things. I let him get up in my head, which I already knew the red flags. Because if he was coming to me asking me for advice about him and his relationships that he were in, and me as a friend thinking, well, you know, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, maybe doing this or whatever, the person wouldn't be like this, the person wouldn't be like that. And sad to say, all of that shit was a food for my ass. It was just a food for my ass. He
So
used to,
let me ask you a question. I need to help you out so we can speed our process along. Because I mean, I know you got to take a story your own way. Uh, so he was beating you, right? He was putting his hands on you, right?
yes, he was beating me.
Okay. Did he ever
And
lose?
I decided,
Did
yeah,
he
what
did it?
made me decide to leave was when he started putting his hand on my son.
Okay.
When he started putting his hand on my son, it was just like, you know what? I can't take this. I'm so stressed out. My brain all over the place. I don't know what to do. None of that. So I went back to my mother's house. When I went back to my mother's house, I was just thinking so much stuff, so much heaviness, so much stress up on my brain. It felt like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it no more. I didn't really want to be here anymore. But I did have a couple of friends that were able to help me and walk me through it. I was on the phone with one of my girlfriends, and she was talking me through it like, ain't nothing wrong with you, ain't nothing wrong with you. I was telling her I was going to go get myself checked into the crazy house, Hot Grove or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me, nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with you. I was telling her I was having headaches. I'm having headaches that I can't get rid of. I can't get rid of these headaches. I know, I don't know what's going on. I just couldn't get rid of the headaches. I decided to go to the hospital because it got to the point where now, as you say, you started thinking real bad negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So I did decide to just go to the hospital. My best friend came in, took me to the hospital. The friend that I was on the phone with when I was letting her know all of these crazy thoughts, she came up there to the hospital. She sat up there with me for a whole week straight while they was examining me and everything. Now, when they came back and gave me the news, they notified me that I had an aneurysm growing on my head.
Mm.
I never knew what an aneurysm was. You know, they just said that they can tell a couple of years it been growing. It been growing. So I had to go through process and everything. And it was really hard for me. It was really, really hard for me, but I did it because I had something to live for, which was my kids.
Let me ask you a question. Did you lose weight? Did you lose your appetite, or was
I
you?
lost everything. I lost mobility. I had to learn to walk all over again. I had to learn to talk all over again. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. I lost everything. When I left him in an apartment with everything that I bought, everything I furnished, my kids' bedroom sets, everything. The only thing that I was thinking about was getting away and getting out of that situation.
Mm.
And the first chance for me to take it was step to just go ahead and leave or have someone come over there. Wow, I know he wouldn't be able to hit me in front of in order for me to leave.
Mm.
And I did that, and they came and left, and I just got a couple of totes and everything with some stuff, just some clothes, and I went and put my stuff in the U-Haul storage, and I left him where he was.
Mm.
And
Did you?
that crazy part about it is, if I left him where he was, he's still a stalker. He's a stalker to this day, and it's very dangerous. It's dangerous. It's scary out here, and if anybody going through anything like that, I suggest them just get away.
Mm-hmm. Now,
To
can
get
I ask you a
away.
question? Did you get? Did you see a therapist or something? Did you get some mental counseling and like that,
Yeah,
or
I
okay?
had to get therapy. I had to go to counseling. I had to do everything under the books. When I left up out of that place, I had two options: either go to a nursing home, and I wasn't doing that because up in there you can't take your kids. And all I had on my mind was my kids. I wasn't leaving my kids out here in this world like this. I wasn't leaving them out here in this world. So going to the nursing home was an outing. It wasn't going to happen.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So I just saved up, stayed with a friend for a while, saved up until I was able to get my own apartment.
Okay.
But it
Now,
is very dangerous.
now,
And
question. When you say you had to learn how to talk and walk all over again, how long was that process?
oof, The process has been over a year.
Mm.
Over a year. It's just maybe going on at least 2 years for me to just be out the hospital. I was
Okay.
going through this from the end of 2019 all the way to 2021. My last release, my last date in the hospital was actually July of 2021. So
Mm.
2019, 2020, I lost that whole year not socializing with anybody, not being able to be around anybody because I'm laid up in the hospital, having all these brain surgeries and mental breakdowns and stuff like that. It's very hard out here. So I
Mm.
definitely understand what people say, but they have been to a dark place in their life where they did want to take their life.
Mm-hmm.
But I never got to the point where it was. And I thank God every day for that. I thank God every day for my friend that I was on the phone with. I thank God every day for her walking into the room to being able to take me to the hospital to find out. Because if she wouldn't, ain't no telling where I'd be right now.
Mm. You might not be
I
talking to me right now. Yeah.
definitely wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Mm.
To hear the doctor say, at my age and so young, going through so much, it's very likely that anybody survived what I had.
Mm.
Very likely. Even the older people. It's not too many people survive having an aneurysm, brain aneurysm.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
when they told me that, it did lift me up some, but it still kept me down.
Mm.
But
So
just me thinking about my kids, it got me through my days.
let me ask you a question. What's your mental state right now? Do you feel like you're still recovering, or you're much stronger?
I'm
What's
stronger, and
okay?
yes, do I still feel like I'm still recovering? I do feel like I'm still recovering
Mm-hmm.
because now there's a part of me now where I get so defensive. I get defensive towards people. I don't let people get too close to me. I don't show my feelings. Those things I just can't do and I refuse to do right now.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yes, it is a still recovery, and I'm way stronger and way better than I was in 2019.
Okay. Thank you so much for telling your story. Thank you so much, and I hopefully this story will bless somebody. And I knew it took a lot of courage for you to call in and say your story because you was like, well, I normally don't do this, but thank you so much. I got another caller. Appreciate you. I'm gonna pray for you. Keep you in my
Thank
prayers.
you,
You're
and I'm
welcome.
continue to watch your
All
lives.
right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye. All right. Caller, you're gonna have to wait. I got Dr. Sanders on the line. So Dr. Sanders, you can go ahead.
Hey,
Doctor,
hey,
go ahead.
hey,
I'm
can you
sorry.
hear me?
You gotta wait,
Oh
caller.
no,
Yeah. Go
no,
ahead, Doctor
those are
Sanders.
important stories.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was when I was 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
11 years old, when my dad was very abusive to my mother, and I had a lot of cousins that were so evil to me. And I thought about wanting to end it all at 11 years old because I'm the only child. And I tried to one day drink some bleach. I did, straight bleach. I wanted to just because I felt like I was not a wanted child. I'm going through all of the things that the adults are inflicting upon me that they did not understand where I was at because I'm a little girl who loves her family, love her family. But I saw too much that I said maybe I need to end it here. But it took that auntie of mine when I had my diary. I used to write a lot of my thoughts and feelings and emotions in my diary. And I would pray, but I just felt that time God wasn't listening to me. But somehow or another, when I was at her house, she came across my diary and she read it. And my auntie sat me down and she said, suicide is against the word of God. Taking your life is not going to get you to heaven. She broke it all the way down to me. I was so upset because I felt that the adults were so busy into their own world that they left this little bitty girl behind, which of course, Martin, remember just a few months ago, I wrote my book, No One Would Help
Mm-hmm.
Me, Story of a Little Girl's Family Addiction. It inspired me to write that. I never told the church people that because, of course, church people don't understand something like that. But it gave me so much to deal with myself. Like, what did I do? I didn't ask to be here. My parents were married, but why are everybody so mean? And then my cousins would pick on me. Oh, you the only child. You think you this and oh my God, my 11 years old. And then to see my mom shoot my daddy, and my dad tried to set the house on fire with all of us in it. Man, that was to this very day. You know what I mean? But it
Mm-hmm.
took my aunt, rest her soul, to sit down and go through the Word of God and explain to me as a child. And I was able to understand. And I asked the Lord for forgiveness. The way that she told me to do it, she said, "You a little child." And the Bible says, "Suffer little children to come unto me." And she told me how to have a conversation with the Lord as a child. Because as an adult, I wouldn't know how to gravitate an adult mindset, you know. But when I went to the Lord from that point on, Martin, I never had that feeling again. Because I know how little kids feel when they're in the midst and they love their people, but then they don't understand how it affects a child. How it affects a child. You know what I mean? 11
Mm.
years old. 11. My pastor
Hold on,
could.
sister.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. That means I'm finna get ready to block somebody because somebody on here real disrespectful, and we're not gonna tolerate that. We're not gonna tolerate that. This is a real conversation. So you've been blocked, Mr. Garcia. Go ahead, sister.
You know, I look at the students at the schools, and some of them are just so all just out of here mentally. They walking around with 14 different personalities, and I feel so sorry for them in CPS. I do. But in my book, I express how I felt, and I forgave my family. I did. I just don't fool with them, you know.
Mm.
But as a little girl that loved the Lord, loved singing, loved people, to be in a Christian household that had dysfunction around me, nitpicking, arguing, I didn't like that. And I said, well, maybe I need this in my life. And I actually drunk that bleach, and that bleach came up all kind of ways. I got a
Mm.
whooping behind it, but nobody would listen to me.
Mm. Wow.
That's a hurtful thing. It's a very hurtful. Nobody listened to me. That's why I wrote my book.
Uh-huh.
That
Well,
literally
Dr.
helped me.
Sanders, you need to post your book. I post your book one time. Post it back up here and tell us the name of it.
It's on Amazon. It's called "No One Would Help Me: Story of a Little Girl's Family Addiction."
Okay.
It's on.
Wow.
It's on by Dr. Katrina Sanders. It's on Amazon. I'll send it to you.
Okay. I'll repost it.
Okay. All right, brother.
Okay. Thank you so
Peace.
much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Peace.
Hmm.
All right. All right. Next caller. All right. Next caller. You are on live. All right. Where you?
Thank you, Father. Oh my God, Martin.
Mm.
Uh, this is so touching. This is so real. I thank God for you. Thank you, Father. I just, it's so amazing that you put this on your platform. This is just such a blessing. And all of the people that just got on, I thank God that he just moved in their lives. I thank God. What I want to say is, I remember when I was 18 years
Hold it
old.
right there, sister. Let me tell the other person hold you. Hold it right there. 18 years. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I need you to hold call. I got somebody before you. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Lassie.
Yes.
Go ahead. When you was 18, go ahead.
Okay, I remember when I was 18 years old, and I was at a dark place. You
Mm.
know, I had my son when I was 17, and I was going through a lot. I hear an echo. I don't know if that's
Okay, hold
me.
on. It's probably. See if. Let me see. Let me turn down. Is your Facebook turned down?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the echo is gone
It's
now.
gone. Okay, go ahead. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. My voice is leaving.
Okay.
But I was 18 years old. I was at a dark place. I had my son when I was 17. And I was just going through so much. Oh, glory to God. And so I felt like I said, I don't want to be here anymore. And I end up going in my grandmother's bathroom and getting aspirins. And I took those aspirins. And I threw them up. But oh God, I thank God for just sparing my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the devil would have took me out of here, I would not be the anointed woman that I am today. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tell everybody, if you feel like you're at a dark place, trust God. Trust him. If you have a relationship, please have some type of relationship with God. I am 39 years old right now, and I'm working for God. I'm speaking for God. I'm doing everything I need to do to praise his name. And if the devil would have took me out of here, I would not be here today to do so. So I just say, please talk to God. And if you're struggling to have a relationship with him, there's somebody in your household, there's somebody in your family, an aunt, a friend, an uncle, a grandpa, a grandmother that's praying and lifting you up, oh God. Because I had those type of people in my life that was lifting me up in prayer. They might not have known what was going on at that moment, but they was lifting me up in prayer, and that's what saved my life. And I wanted to add this to Martin. Last night, you asked me, you said, have you ever been proposed to? And I told you yes. And you said, well, why didn't you go through with it? The marriage, the proposal. And I said I was scared. Didn't know how to react to it, how to accept it. But now, as the age I am now and the woman of God that I am now, I'm so glad I didn't accept that proposal. Because, see, that marriage didn't have a foundation of God. Oh, God. If it didn't have a foundation of God, it would have never lasted anyway. Now that I know what I know now. So I'm here to encourage everybody that's on this prayer line. If you don't have a relationship with God and you're spiritually homeless, please try to get one, because all you have to have is a mustard seed of faith. And I'm speaking from the heart. If I would have been gone after taking those pills, thank God they were aspirins, and I just threw them on back up. I would not be here today to be a worker for God, to be used by God. And this right here, Martin, this platform is touching me right now. Oh, God. I was praying before I even got on this line, because there's so many people on this live right now is hurting right now and going through the same thing that you just posted. They want to take their life. They want to give up. But I'm finna sing this because my voice is gone, but I'm going to try to sing it the best way I can. I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. I just had to say that God will not bring you this far to leave you. So whatever you are going through in your life right now, I ask you to continue to press your way through. I mean, press your way through and trust God, because God is the only way. Oh, God. Martin, I'm sorry. I don't want to get the praying on here. But I'm just saying this platform right here is real. It's deep, and it's of God. Oh, God, I ask God to move on this prayer line right now and touch everybody's hearts, God. If you don't know God, I ask you God to just touch you from head to toe and just show you him. It's touching me real. It's touching me hard right now, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Bless this land right now. Oh God, oh God. Oh.
All right, sister.
Okay,
God bless
I'm
you.
finna get off of
All
here,
right.
but I thank
All
you.
right.
God bless you,
God
Martin.
bless you.
God bless you.
All right. All right. Okay, next caller. Next caller. Okay, I need you to turn down your Facebook, okay?
So it's on me, brother.
Yes, sir. Where you calling from?
I'm from the Chi, but I'm in Oklahoma. How you doing?
I'm blessed and highly favored, as they say.
Oh yes. Uh,
Just you got to turn your Facebook all the way down so we won't hear echo, cause you can't listen to you. Okay, cause it's like a delay.
okay, they can still hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you, but I don't want to hear the echo. Go ahead, say something.
I'm talking now. You can't hear the echo.
Can't hear the echo. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, all right.
You know what? Hold on, before you get started. You know what we talk about, right?
Oh yes, I absolutely know that.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Because I was in the dark place.
Let us hear about it.
I grew up, you know, my granny was a Christian woman, and in the household I was raised by my mom and grandma on the south side. And my granny passed in 2000. So I just went into just a dark place because, you know, it wasn't, and I didn't use it for excuse. It wasn't no father figure in the house after my sophomore year. So, you know, I grew up with good friends, you know, my childhood friends, but it was no guidance. You know, my dad wasn't in my life, but I loved my dad until he died. And I just was in the streets, man. You know, I never did no heavy drugs, just smoked weed. I would drink, had my children, took care of them. You know, they all grown now. My youngest is 17 with me and my wife now. And at that time, I went through a divorce. I was going through a divorce with my twins. My twin boy and girl, they grown now. And, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. But I really love my ex-wife. And it was just cheating issues. I did my thing, you know, but I kept it out in the street. You know, I respect the home, you know. And it just was to the point, 9/11, man, when it happened. She told me to get out, you know. I had nowhere to go, man. Nowhere to go, you know. And I had a friend, and I was staying with her, but she was staying with her mom. And it just wasn't the right decision. But, you know, growing up in the church, I just didn't get that truth, man, like I have now. You know, God turned my life around, you know, since when I moved down here, when we moved here in Oklahoma, me and my family. And I just want to share this story, man. Nowhere to go. My mom was staying. She was married to my stepfather. He passed away, but they were staying in the senior building. So I couldn't be there. You know, my clothes was there, but I still didn't have, you know, nowhere to go, man. And the enemy was speaking to me, man. I had the thought of, you know what? I don't even want to be here no more. But growing up and that teaching and the Lord, I just snapped out of it just that quick. It was just like, you know what? The Lord was like, no, you got too much to live for, you know. And at that time, I didn't know that I was going to be in this state, man. Didn't read the Bible, didn't pray. You know, I pray a simple prayer, Lord, thank you for this day. Or I wasn't dedicated to the Lord like I am now. So I just wanted to share this with somebody that's going through something. You know, we have to look to Christ, because if we take our own self out, if we allow the enemy to do that, we won't make it to the kingdom of heaven. So I'm always sharing messages on Facebook, because God has really truly turned my life around. I don't play about it, you know, and this is a serious matter, and it really happened. I mean, I was homeless, nowhere to go, but God stepped in, and he made that way for me. I met my wife in 2003. I even left, and I was down here in Oklahoma. I was man, just burnt out, just tired. I was like, Lord, I need you to step in. I need you. So that's the scripture, Philippians. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I put it first. And my wife is the only one now that this story I told to. And she just looked at me. I said, I was in a dark place. But the Lord wouldn't allow me to do nothing to take myself out. So he covers us even in our ignorance. It's a lot of people that may not acknowledge God, but the Holy Spirit is still with them. So this message for someone, it'll turn someone's life around. All you have to do, and I was taught by an elder when I got down here, he's 97 years old, still preaching the word, still drives, and, you know, he have his little health conditions, him and his wife, but they're the one that reached out to me first. My wife hadn't even started going to the church yet because I'm a 7-day Adventist. My wife hadn't even started yet. When I came back home, my wife was like, well, you need to watch the people that you going to church with, and my neighbor had introduced. He told me, man, come to church with me. He told me about it, and I went. So he taught me, don't take my word for it. You go to the scriptures for yourself. He gave us 9 weeks of Bible study before we even I had to get rebaptized. He made sure that we have not let go of the Lord. And that's what a lot of people, the Bible speaks of generational curses. A lot of people may not believe in the Bible, but a lot of people do. The Bible is not going to sugarcoat nothing. It's basic instructions before leaving earth. So that's I'm not on here preaching, brother, but that's the teaching I had. If we put God first, God said we're going to go through trials and tribulations. We're going to face, but when you put your faith and trust in him, it's nothing else God is not going to never leave us or never forsake us. So I just wanted to leave that, you know, because everybody may have that dark spot. We can't sit here and say, well, no, my life was perfect. My life was not perfect. But I thank God where I'm at today, and I thank God that I can share this story that somebody can take grasp to it. I put God first in everything I do. Yes, I'm still a sinner. Yes, I still fall short. He took weed from me. He took drinking from me. He took fornication from me. He took porn from me. So I thank God for that. I thank God. Barry Trey calling. He took all this away from me, and I have to stay anchored in the Lord, because if I don't, I'll fall right back into the enemy's trap. So I just wanted to share that somebody will hear that testimony of me. I had to share this testimony.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
What you do. What you do. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother.
I love you, brother.
I love you likewise, too, brother. Same way. All right. Peace out. All right. All right, people, y'all hear for yourself. See, this is a serious matter. Have you ever been in a dark place and you want to take your own life? And many of us have been in that place. Somebody right now that's probably listening, watching, getting ready, or right now is in that dark place. Go get yourself some help. Find God. Well, you say, well, Martin, I ain't with all that religious stuff and Christian and Muslim stuff. Just get you some help. Just go talk to somebody that can help you. You have options because the alcohol is not doing it. The fast women is not doing it. The weed is not doing it. You better run for your life and get you some help. You heard the testimonies tonight, and you heard God, 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 God. And we know we can't see God, but we can go get a person that believes in God, that can encourage us and help us to get out of that dark place. And that brother said he loved his wife. It was some cheating going on. He really loved. He lost his father in his sophomore year. He was in a dark place. Leslie said she was in a dark place at 18 years old. Took some pills. Dr. Sanders, at 11 years old, was in a dark place. She had seen what was going on in the house between her parents. And she decided that she didn't want to be here anymore. Our other sister, 39 years old, she got bad news from the doctor. And she decided that she was going to take her all life and she was going to walk in front of a bus or the biggest thing coming. And she wrote down a letter, a note for instructions for her son. But God, you heard it, people. The scripture said in his word, the scripture said in the Bible, it said, the fool have said in his heart that there is no God. Live, uncut, unedited.
Yes, hi.
How you doing? You
I'm doing okay.
okay, I need you to do me a favor. Can you turn like your Facebook down, the volume down so it won't be no echo?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but I don't want to hear you in the echo. It's like I can still hear something playing in the background. Turn it all the way down low. Any music, anything, just turn it down. So we won't have no interference.
Now, what's this I need to do now?
Just turn just turn it down. If you got music playing or whatever, just turn it all the way down. Because I don't want to mess.
Okay, hold on.
So it won't be echo. But God, people, I still hear some. No, no, ma'am. It's not, ma'am. It's not a matter if I can hear you. I can hear some in the background. Okay, that sounds better.
That's better?
Yeah, that's much better. Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from the south side.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 55.
Okay, have you ever been in that dark place?
Yes, I have.
Let's talk about it. Come on, talk to us about it.
I remember, I was like a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, my godmother kind of raised me
Mm-hmm.
because my mom, she didn't want no girl. You know, she just wanted my brothers. She didn't want me. So my godmother raised me. I remember when I got a little bit older, I couldn't be no more than like maybe about 5 or 6. And I remember my uncle, you know, when he had got out of jail and he had no place to go, so he had to stay with us. I remember my uncle molesting me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember me going to tell my mom about it, and she told her boyfriend, which was also molesting me too as a kid, tell her to go sleep on the couch. I felt empty. I felt sad because I felt like I just went through this and she didn't protect me. So I grew up thinking that it was okay for whatever man did to me, that it was okay for me to accept what they do to me, because my mama never told me that it was wrong. I couldn't tell her what I was going through due to the fact that she would have made it seem like it was my fault. I never got a chance
to really, really tell her until I was damn near grown. And when I did tell her, she basically told me that I must have liked it. I was 6 years old when I knew about sex. I knew nothing about it. And to hear that for your mom to say to you was the most hurting thing in my life. And I felt like I had nobody. And I felt alone. I didn't ever want to go get the help that I needed, regardless with what happened to me. I guess what made me kind of get myself together is when I had my daughter, my little girl. And now that I'm like real strict due to the fact I could never have my daughter as well as my son go through what I went through. And it was the most hurting thing ever, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here, because I didn't think I could be able to handle this. You know, for you to go through this, to be molested as a kid, and then ask for someone for help, especially your mama, and she tells you that you deserve it or you must have liked it, and you don't know nothing about sex. And that was the most hurting thing for me. And I cannot believe I brought this back up again, because it's the most hurting thing in my life. But my kids got me through it. My kids got me through it. I thank God each and every day for giving me the gift of them, because I could never let my kids go through what I went through. I taught my kids as little. If someone touch you the wrong way, I don't care if it's uncle, father, brother, no whatever, auntie or anything, anybody touch you in a sexual way that's wrong, no matter how much they say they're going to hurt me or they're going to do things to me, you tell me. Don't be afraid to tell me. You tell me. And I got you. And I wish like hell I had that for me. I wish I had that for me. And I even tell my grandkids that now.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is, see, let me say this, sister. Just hold on, just listen to me. I want to say this. People, y'all have heard me talk about women bringing in these strange men around your children. And you're thinking they're looking at you, but they're looking at your children. They're waiting on the golden opportunity to take advantage of your children. You know, people, this thing is real. It's real. I tell you all the time, it's real. And listen, thank God that her children helped her get through this, and God himself too. And this is a painful conversation, people. And I appreciate her for coming on here and sharing it. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to go and get their relationship right with their daughter and their son and see if they're being messed with. It happens, people. It happens to the Johnson family. It happened to the Jones family. It happened to the Sanders family. It happens to the Brown family. It happens to all these families, people. This is real.
It happens to the Snyder family because it happened to all the females or whatever in our family.
Sister, listen, I really appreciate you for coming on here. Well, somebody need to hear this. Somebody, this is not stage. This is not make-believe. I don't know her from a can of paint. She probably just know me from social media. I didn't set this up. And that's why I tell you, this is live, uncut, unedited. You don't know what you might see or hear.
And I thank you for having this, because you talk about topics that people need to let out all along. We have all this, especially with the stuff that's going on. And then we have all this stuff built up inside us that we're going through. And by you openness, well, we can talk and let it out without people being able to see us.
Right.
But to be able to talk, it helps.
And that's where
it helps to ease the pain.
Yes,
and
sister.
I think last year was the year that me and my mom got close, because she got sick. And by me working in the medical field, I was there to make sure that my mom was okay. She seen that no matter, even though you didn't want me, I still was there for you because you're my mother. No matter how bad you treated me, I loved you enough to still reach out, to still make sure that you're still here to be my mother. And we have a better relationship now. No matter what she did, I forgave her. Because I really feel deep down inside, I don't think she knew how to deal with it, because sometimes things happen to them. My mother could have probably been molested as well, and she just probably couldn't tell me, because it goes on and on within the family. It's just sometimes it be kept a secret and nobody open their mouth to say nothing until somebody gets strong enough and say, this has to stop.
Sister, I'm glad God gave you the courage to come on this platform and share the story. And that's why I open up the phone line so you don't have to show your face. I'm not going to give your number out. I'm not even going to ask you your name. You know, I may ask you if you're married or if you know where you're calling from or your age, but I'm not on none of that. I'm here to get a message out. And for those that aren't here for something else, this may not be the platform for you. So don't worry about what Martin Johnson is wearing or what type of sport jersey I'm wearing. I like that don't have anything to do with what this topic is going on. You may not like the messenger, but please listen to the message. This is a mother. This is a grandmother right here that you're hearing. She's hurting. She's hurting. Sister, did you want to say anything else?
I just want to tell you thank you. And for anybody out there that's going through this, that's been through this, don't be afraid. Let that pain off of you. And talk to your kids. You know, because if you teach your kids to be quiet, they're going to keep quiet because they're not going to say anything. I taught my kids to be outspoken, to tell me what's going on, to tell me if somebody harmed them. And no matter how people will say, oh, your kids are disrespectful. No, my kids are not disrespectful. My kids are respectful enough to tell you how they feel, and respectful enough to come to me and tell me if you did something to hurt them.
Sister, can I ask you a question? It's in my spirit. Let me go again. It's in my spirit. What did you do to help you just take it out, just take yourself out of here? What did you do?
Because when I had a little cousin or whatever, and this kind of gave me the opportunity. Now I kind of see how things is going. A person that hurt, and I know you heard it before, a person that hurts put conflict, hurt on somebody else because they want them to feel the same thing what they felt. And when I was younger, and what happened to me, I wound up doing to another family member, not knowing that it was wrong because I wasn't taught that it was wrong. And when she got older and she told me what she did and how I hurted her, it hurted me because this is somebody that I loved and I never meant to hurt her. But when she said that, I hurted her because she wound up doing it to somebody else. That's how most of some of these people that's out here molesting and doing things to people is people that are hurt, that have had it done to them and never got the help that they need. You know, it's sickness, yes, it's a sickness illness, but it's also a sickness illness that somebody don't know how to handle because they never get the help that they need. They never get the opportunity of somebody saying, no, what that person did to you was wrong. You thinking that it's okay. You know, I know I can't use R. Kelly as an example, but in so many ways I feel sorry for him. I don't really think that he was a monster, nothing like that. This man was hurt. Nobody told him what he was doing was wrong. What happened to him was wrong, but nobody never got him the help. And that's why he did the things that he did
because nobody helped them. They thought it was okay. As long as they got what they wanted, they didn't care about the man's pain. It's an illness. When somebody hurts you and do something like that to you, and if you don't get the help, you're going to pass it on to other people that you don't even know that you're hurting them.
Hold on, sister. Hold that thought. Caller, you next on line, so hold on, okay? Go ahead, sister, talking about the pain. Go ahead. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, so get help. Sit down and talk to your kids. Teach your kids not to be afraid to come to you and talk to you about anything, no matter how a person said that they will harm them or what they'll do to a family. Tell your kids to tell you. Do not be afraid to tell you. Because once they be able to do that, you can protect them. Because as long as they're quiet, they're going to hold it in like I did. It got to the point where it shut me down to where I was in school. They thought I was dumb, and I wasn't dumb. I was just hurt. They put me in a special ed class, not knowing that I was not speaking due to the fact that I was dumb. I didn't know. It's just the idea. I had an emotional thing going on with me. So because they didn't understand it or want to try to understand it, they said something was wrong with me and put me in a special ed class. So learn how to deal with people with sickness. Learn how to help them and listen to them. Not judge them, not criticize them, make them feel like it's their fault. Or they can't talk to you, or say it's all your fault. You asked for it, or you deserve it, or you must have liked it, or you must have had on something to make them do this to you. Never make your child feel like that. Don't no other woman feel like she should get what she got come because of what she got on. Taking something away from me and I didn't offer it to you, you do not have that right.
Sister, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you getting any type of counseling even right now today, or?
I talk every now and then, but I have my grandkids. My daughter, I got 2 grandkids and my kids, and they bring me so much joy. I mean, right now I am kind of afraid to be sort of like in a relationship because right now I have to fix me. And any man that I get involved with, he has to show that he really care about me, that he understands me. Because you have some men that you could tell your pain that you went through as a child, and you have some men that understand it. And then you have some men or whatever throw it back in your face when they get angry with you. So you're to the point where you feel like, hey, I'll just try to tell you my history, my life, so you know about me. And you throw it back in my face, it gets to the point where you don't want to tell nobody nothing. You just deal with it.
Yeah, just shut it down. Okay.
Yes.
My goodness, sister. I'm trying to hold back my tears. I haven't heard so many stories. Lord have mercy. Whew. Thank you, sister. I want you to, if you can, get you counseling. If it's come to pray, don't forget God. Don't forget God. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to the next call. Thank you for sharing. Your number is safe with me. Trust me.
Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. All right, bye-bye.
God bless you too.
Bye-bye. Okay, next call. I need you to turn down your phone or your volume and come on, talk to me. Turn on Facebook. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. All right, caller. You know what the question is? The question is.
Yes, I can.
You know it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I want you to tell us about that dark place that you was in and how you got out of that dark place. Go ahead, caller. Where you calling from, first of all?
Alabama.
Okay, Alabama. Okay, how old are you? 20. Okay, come on, talk to us.
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama. Okay, I'm ready for you to talk. So tell your story now.
20.
20. Okay. Hello. You gonna talk? I guess not. You gonna talk? That's somebody playing games, people. I can hear him in the background. But you know, that's the devil. See, the devil, you're not going to get no glory out of this protest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to answer that phone call. Matter of fact, you finna be blocked, man. You serve your justice. I heard you snickering and laughing in the background. I'm not going to play with you. We're not going to give place to the devil. It ain't going to work here, devil. It's not going to work. We're going to get the message out. We're going to say what it is to be said. I gave you a chance, caller. Please don't ever call this line again. Because if you do it, I'm going to put your number on the internet. And I'm quite sure you don't want that. So I'm just telling you, be cool. Stand down. This is not a joking matter. This is serious. These people are hurting. This story is real. It's not no make-believe. We have no room for foolishness. Find you another live to go play with. Where they're shaking booties, revealing body parts, doing drugs. Find you another live. This is not the live. People, this is live, uncut, unedited. And I appreciate every last person that came on here to share their story. I'm not going to ask you, caller. I'm not going to ask you. I gave you a chance and I heard some sniggling in the background. I'm not, listen, caller, I'm not no fool. I'm 53 years old. I know what I heard. I know what I heard. Sorry, people. I know what I heard. And y'all know me, I'm very patient. Sometimes I let them overtalk. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to come on here and disrupt the flow that we got going. This is real. Anybody else want to call in outside this? Listen, I don't care. I heard some laughing in the background. So if I was wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize, but right now they can come on. They want to. They can come through. They come through the picture. Don't call in, caller. Come on through the Facebook. Let us see your face. They can come in through the Facebook. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. It ain't gonna happen. I gave him a chance. Now, if he want to come on here, I want him to come on through Facebook Live. I'm not playing with this. This is live, uncut, unedited. We had some people that came on here that spoke truth. They was going through some things. You block this number. So you block. So if you want to come on my platform, you're going to have to come through Facebook Live. Decline and block. Block this caller. Okay, I'm sorry. That was somebody else call. Let me block that other caller. Somebody else call. Caller, I'm not accepting your call. I am not accepting your call. All right, people, we got anybody else coming on? Caller, if you want to come through from Mobile, Alabama, you can come on through my live and we can see your face. And if I'm wrong, I will apologize. If I'm wrong, I will apologize. One thing about me, if I make a mistake in the public, I will apologize in the public. And you're blocked. When you hear that sound, you know they block. If he wants to come through my Facebook Live and say I was wrong, and if I feel like I'm wrong, and if I'm really wrong, I apologize. I want to see his face or her face. This is live, uncut, unedited. Anybody else want to come on? Got to know. Caller, where you calling from?
Chicago.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 44 years old.
Okay. Come on, caller. I'm sorry. Huh?
I say I'm nervous.
You nervous? Don't nobody know who you are, but I want you to do me a favor. You don't have nothing playing in the background there, do you?
No,
Okay, good. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to give you a number out or none of that. So come on, talk to me. Take your time. Take your time. If you got to talk a little slow, it's okay. I got patience.
Okay, I'm just listening to you. I watch your lives all the time, and what you're talking about is very touching. And I went through the same thing, being molested as a young child, and it still affects me right now today. I have got over it, but it still hurts. It affects your relationships as you try to mingle with different people. It brings anxiety. And my mama I had got molested by my little sister's father, and it happened to me at 12. I got over it about 34. And at 34, so what I want to say is I'm not going to try to make it long. I'm going to try to make it short as I can. But my mama had passed away January 27 of 2017. No, 2016. And everything my mama used to be so cool to me, my sisters and everything. My whole family was real focused towards me. So my mama had got real sick in the hospital. I was there for her, even though she wasn't there for me when I was a kid, but I was there till the end of her life. And a lot of people used to always tell me, you shouldn't talk to your mama no more. You shouldn't be bothered with your mama. But I always told people, even though my mama didn't love me, I still love her regardless. And what the other caller was saying about how people say bad things out their mouth, a tongue is like a weapon. And I feel like anything like that happen, people should come together and try to be there for that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then with me, how I got over is I went to church and I used to pray, and I still pray right now today. And after my mom passed away, yes, I did want to take my life because I felt like I couldn't live without her. My mom was the only person I could get talked to. And when I thought I was going to, when I wanted to take my life, my kids was at school, and I was going to split my wrist and my throat and let my kids come in and find me like that because I felt like I couldn't live no more because I had been through so much in life. But a lot of people don't know what a person's going through. Everybody got a story, but some people's stories are more deeper than others. And I just feel like a lot of people out here, it's a lot of people out here hurt. And people need to be more kind and more respectful to people because in jobs and everything out here in this world, people are so cruel to one another. And people don't know people's background, what they've been through. And see, like now, I'm learning I'm overcoming anxiety, depression. It was stress, anxiety, and depression. Once they said when you get to your depression, you should be okay. But I've been through a whole lot, and I was just listening to what the people were saying, and it's very touching. I love your platform. I listen to you every day because the stuff you be saying, the stuff you touch on, is a lot of stuff people be quiet about. They be scared to talk about it. They be ashamed to talk about it, and it's like that. I feel like that's my testimony. You know what I'm saying? It do hurt or whatever, but I be trying to see how can I move on with life. Like now it's like when I meet people, you feel like when you try to date a guy, you feel more like what is they looking for? You know what I'm saying? You want a relationship. A lot of these guys out here, that's all they want is sex from me. And it's like, and that makes me go back into my depression stage. It makes me anxiety kick back up. So I'm like learning. I've been praying to God, asking God to help me and heal me in that direction.
Blessings. How old are you again?
I am 44. I'll be 45 in May.
Oh, okay. Your grandmother now?
And I just feel like the majority of my life, I feel like ever since the age of 6, I've been in like a prisoner in my own brain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to go to the hospital, the first thing they be like, oh, you crazy, you crazy. So I just work my way through life. I just pray about everything. And God just been keeping me. And He been pushing me through. I'll be 45 years old. And I just started learning how to live life at 40. So I'm like kind of behind in life because I just got over depression and hurt and stuff like that. So I don't know. So I just want to share that with y'all because I feel so like sometimes you feel it's not that you feel confused or nothing like that. It's just when stuff like that, tragedy happens to you like that, it affects you for the rest of your life. And it's a hard thing to deal with.
So by you, have you, are you like used to talking about it, or you just like being a shell, you know?
No, like with me now, I tell people about what happened to me. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of it or nothing like that because that's what made me stronger. By me was holding it in, it didn't do nothing but that. But they, like everybody came into my life, I let them use me. I was just a user. Every time anybody come in, it was like anybody come into my life, it didn't have to be a man. I was always a doormat, a pleaser, trying to please other people. And I'm learning how now. I stopped doing it at 40. I'm learning how to don't let nobody use you no more.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. So let me ask you a question. What did you think about the different young ladies and the gentlemen, you know, overall, they came over here and told their story? Could you identify with them?
Yes, it's like as I'm sitting up here listening to them, it's like my body getting so many chills because it's like, in a way, it started pissing me off because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I know how they feel, but I'm like, no, don't let that piss you off because that's the devil wants you to get off the platform and be like, well, forget, I don't want to hear this no more. But you know, it's just we all went through something, and it's just you just have to listen and be more open to everything, you know?
That's right. That's right. That's, you know, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I was talking to a friend and we were discussing a video that we seen on social media, and he had said something. I was like, oh, that's my topic for the day. And I just, you know, I mean, you know, I'm a spiritual person anyway. And I said, well, you know what? Let me just open it up and let somebody call in because you don't know what people are going through. And by you just sharing your story, it could help some young man or some young lady or older person. Because just imagine this thing happened to you, this tragedy happened to you years ago, but it has carried off into your adulthood. It have affected you, you know, and you just learning how to really deal with it. This is real, people. I always tell people, you, me personally, I'm a spirit. I pray and ask God. Now, some people, they may drink their problems away. They may smoke it away. They may have sex with it, whatever. Some people handle they pain different. They handle it different. I'm not a professional, but I tell you one thing. I've had many dark places in life. Many, many dark places. And just I tell anybody, if you ain't never been in a dark place, just keep on living. Just keep on. You might not want it to end it all, but if you keep living in this life, you're going to be in a dark place. Trust me.
And then what I want to say this, and I'm going to let you go.
Go ahead.
And then what I want to say to my sisters and my brothers, and they always tell me, you should let that go. Latrice, that been so long ago. That been so long ago. But if you don't know unless you walk in them shoes. You know what I'm saying? You invited me, my little sister invite me to whatever she has. She invite me and then invite her daddy too. But at the same time, how can you invite me and then you invite him too? Like I told her before, I say,
go ahead. I'm here, sister.
no, what I was gonna say, then she asked me to come along to places where she got like a business. She got her and her daddy out. And I told her, I said, do you want your daddy alive or you want him dead? Because what he did to me, I don't want to see his face no more. So I don't go to nothing they have. I just be like really to myself. And it's sad that you have to be like that, but at the end, I did all I can. I buried my mother and everything, the way she treated me, but I still made sure I did everything what I felt that God wanted me to do.
Blessing. Is there anything else, sister?
No, that's it.
Okay,
And I love you and your platform.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. God is God. I love y'all because y'all following, y'all believe in what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the right thing, not only to myself, but to you guys too. So thank you so much. Keep on sharing the videos and make sure if you know anybody that's going through similar to what you've been through, give them this video. Share it to them. Tell them, go to the Martin G. Johnson page. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be sharing your video.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sister. God bless you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah, people, this is live uncut, unedited. hmm Live, uncut, unedited. The devil is mad tonight. Live, uncut, unedited.
How you doing, Marvin Johnson?
All right, Martin Johnson, like Martin Luther King, like Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Martin. Yeah, that's what I said. Martin Johnson.
All right, cool. All right, so have you ever? Where are you calling from, first of all?
I'm calling from Chicago, Southside, Inglewood area.
All right, now Inglewood. Now you know Inglewood made me famous though, so I owe a whole lot to Inglewood.
Yeah, I watch you all the time. I'm from the West Side.
Okay. Okay. So tell me about that dark place that you was in your life, once upon a time in your life, and you wanted to end it all.
I'm telling you about the dark place that I'm in right now.
Okay, come on. We could talk. We could talk about that now. Come on with it.
I was just on. I watch you all the time,
Okay.
Martin.
Mhm.
I watch you all the time. Like you be a lot of inspiration, towards me. You're an older guy. I'm only 36 years old.
Okay.
You might see me on your profile commenting some stuff about, stuff that you post up, live, uncut, unedited.
Mhm.
I'm John McLeod.
Okay.
My real name is Christopher. I just don't put my real name on social media.
Okay. Now come on, talk to us about this dark place you in. Maybe I can help you and put some light on it and pull you up out of that.
My inspiration is because you show me a lot of things, as far as that I have been through, that I'm going through, and that I'm trying to get out of.
Okay. Well,
I'm 36. I have one son, and I don't want my son to grow up. He's 15, and I don't want him to grow up like how I went through. I was an unknown vice lord, growing up, and I've been to the penitentiary maybe 5 or 6 times. I've been to the county, Cook County, maybe 10 or 12 times. But I do construction and stuff, but it's only off and on stuff, But it hurt me to see, all the people that growing up that we used to call lanes.
Mm-hmm.
That they is the what we used to call them back then in school, the popular kids.
Nerds, squares, that we get.
Right. Now they the popular kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got a beautiful woman, they got kids, house, car, and everything, and then all the popular kids is, in my position.
Mm-hmm.
I got a whole house there that I'm about to lose right now. I'm on 69th.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because I can't, I'm doing temporary jobs.
Right.
So
let me ask you a question. So right now, you in a financial strain right now. Is that what you're saying?
I'm in a financial strain. I'm in a mentality strain.
Mm.
I'm in a physical strain. I'm like all around the board right now. I'm in a strain.
Okay. Do you
like as far as property wise?
I bought me a Lexus. I bought me a Lexus when I got out the joint, and I parked it on the side of 69th and Ashland. And I went inside the store, and all I heard was a big old boom. And I come out the store, and my Lexus is smashed in two because some little kid stole somebody's car and smashed into it.
Hmm.
So now I'm in another financial bang because now, shoot, I'm about to lose this crib. My granny moved out of this crib and left it to me and my uncle. And so I'm like, man, I think about everything, every time I look at you, every time I see you post something, or I look at everything you talk about, everything, and I'm like, man, I could do better. I should be doing better, especially at my age,
Yeah, well, brother, let me say something to you. Let me just say something to you. And I'm not trying to get religious on you or nothing like that, but God choose ordinary people to do extraordinary things. Brother,
Extraordinary things.
yeah, that's right. Extraordinary things. Thank you. Listen, brother, I've been there. If I keep living, I'm going to have to go back there again, brother. See, what keeps me rooted is prayer, brother. It's prayer. I'm just telling you about me. I've been there doing a crime chase time. I think my lights was off about 6 months. I stayed in the dark. I didn't want to let nobody know. I was hurt, barely can pay my phone bill. I was just all messed up mentally, brother. Then I'm looking at trauma every day. People, black men laying on the ground, shooting, blood and all that. It was just too overwhelming, brother. But God, He helped me, brother. He helped me.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
excuse me, sorry for cutting you off. He helped me because I called myself at a point going to help this woman that I was talking to help her pay her bills out in the western suburbs, just so I can get out of my situation, then she can get out of her situation. And I caught myself coming back out here on 69th, and I think one of my brothers, I got 11 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And probably these people on here that's from Chicago around 69th or probably from out west, they probably know our family, but I'm not going to put our name out there. But,
right.
Me and some of my brothers got shot up at the store. But it only had something to do with one of my brothers. So, my daddy is a minister, my granny is a minister, and one of my uncles is a minister. So they all came and prayed over me, and they asked God to get me out of that situation that I was in. Because I got shot up real bad.
Mm. Yeah. Well, good thing you still here. You talking.
I'm still here.
That's a blessing.
And one thing I'm asking of you before I get off the phone with you, like I told you, my name John McLeod on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
My real name is Chris. But before I get off the phone with you, before you go to your next contestant, I just would like for you, to pray for me.
I sure will. I'm a prayer warrior. I love to pray. So
okay, that's what I would like you to do.
Okay, and now when I pray, people, I want you guys out there to agree with me while I'm praying for brother. You said John?
No, my that's just the Facebook name.
Okay,
John
Chris.
McLeod.
For Chris.
My name is Chris.
Chris, we're gonna pray for Chris, and we're gonna ask God. We're gonna believe God. Now, if you don't know how to pray, just stand in agreement with me. Just stand in agreement with me. That's all I need you to do. And just say, yes, Lord. I'm going to pray for this brother right now. And I'm going to pray for everything that I can remember that he said on here. Dear God, we come to you right now in your mighty son named Jesus. We're asking you to touch our brother from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. We ask you to give him a mind that he can believe that he can come out of this situation that he's in.
Yes, Lord.
Lord,
yes.
you know his story. You can explain it more than I can. You said you are the author and the finisher of our faith. And I believe that, God. You said if 2 or 3 agree on one thing, touch one thing, you're going to make it happen, God. I ask you to make it happen, God. This brother reached out to me, God. He said that I am an inspiration to him. But God, you are my inspiration. And I give you the glory, the praise. But I ask one favor of you, God, to bless this brother right now. Bless him. Reveal yourself to him. He said that he is in a dark place right now. Right now, as we speak, God, I ask you to touch his mind,
Yes, Lord.
touch his finances, touch his body, God. Touch his life, oh God. But, oh God, I want you to remind us, those of us that's listening, those of us that's watching, that everything that we own in life is just temporarily. So we ought to hold on everything with a loose grip, knowing that it can be taken away. Even our own lives, our daughters, our sons, our finances, our houses, our cars, oh God. But God, you said the earth is the Lord's, and all they that dwell in it. And listen, God, we ask you to bless this brother. Bless him. He came on national social media. He want to be blessed. God, help him. I don't know what state of mind he is, oh God. If he's in that suicide stage, we rebuke that spirit. We ask that spirit to leave his mind, leave his thoughts, and never to return into his mind and into his thoughts. God, I want you to do it for me. Do it for me, God, right now. Do it for me. And James Cleveland said it better. He said, this too shall pass. And that's my story, God, and I'm sticking with it. And your son, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, brother.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
God bless you, brother. I'm praying for you. I ain't just praying for you this one time, but I'm going to pray for you tonight, brother, and throughout the day. Every time I think of this conversation, I'm going to say, Lord, bless him. Give him exactly what he needs. That's what I'm going to say, brother.
Not
So,
what
bro,
I want, what I need to get back, what I need to live my life.
right. God will do it for you, brother.
I'm not asking for extra.
Yeah.
You know, I had everything I wanted, everything I needed until I started going to jail and all this stuff. Once I started going to jail, I started losing everything.
Yeah.
And I was married to my son, mama. I lost everything. My son and my wife. I lost my house. I lost all my rest. I had about 7 cars. I lost my money. I lost everything.
Mm. But,
I probably got like $10 in my pocket.
But guess what, brother? Guess what, brother? You still here. You got a chance to gain everything that you lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, just listen now. No, that.
I'm still here.
Listen, brother. Listen.
You brought a couple tears to my eyes with that prayer you did.
Listen,
I appreciate it.
brother. I want you to listen. I want you to do too much talking now. Just listen.
All right.
God gonna do it for you. I asked him, and I believe him. But
right.
he's gonna do it in his time. He's gonna give you that what you need.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to say God going to make you a millionaire. I'm not going to say God going to give you a house in Beverly. No, just be quiet. Listen to me, brother. Just listen to me.
Yes, sir.
I want you to listen.
Yes,
I'm not going to say God going to give you your wife back. I'm not going to say none of that, but he's going to give you exactly what you need.
Right.
According to his riches and glory.
Right.
Brother, you have a wonderful night, and make sure you share this video. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, sir. I will do.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. Lord, have mercy. I release a lot of energy. I tell you, somebody said delay doesn't does not mean denied. And that is the truth, people. That is the truth. People, this is real. People are suffering. We're hurting. You don't know what nobody's going through. You don't know my story behind the smile. You don't know the story behind this brand new Lexus that somebody's driving. You don't know the story behind somebody's brand new house in a nice middle class neighborhood. You didn't see them when they didn't have no job. You didn't see them when they had to go to the shelter and sleep in the bed bug infested shelter. You didn't see that part. But you just see the house. Listen, God is real and he's want to bless all of us. But more so important, our soul is more important than all these material things. The scripture said, what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? No, it said, what shall it profit if a man to lose his own soul, gain the whole world and lose his own? Now, let me say it correctly. What shall it profit if a man gain the whole world and lose his own soul? What shall a man give in exchange for his soul? There's nothing. Your soul is more valuable than all the gold in the world to God. I tell you, people, that's why I love on folks. I love on folks. Sometimes I love so hard I forget about my own problems. I love on folks. Trust me. I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator because I know things operate in seasons. And the season that we're in right now, naturally speaking, we're in the winter time right now. But oh, spring is coming. Just keep on living. Keep on living. Live, uncut, unedited.
Martin.
Yes, hello. All right, I need
How
to.
you been?
I'm doing good. Where you calling from?
Chicago.
Chicago. How old are you, bro?
50.
50 years old. You want to talk to us? You know what the question is that we talking about being in that dark space, and that's what we're talking about, being in that dark place. And sometimes being in a dark place in our life, it makes us want to take it and end it all, if I may have said in that term. So you want to share a story with us? That's what we're talking about tonight. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Come on
sir.
with it. Come on with it.
You know, me and you grew up together.
Okay.
We come from Woodlawn Garden.
Yes, sir. Woodlawn Garden, 65th Cottage Grove, 61st, 62nd. That's right.
6108 Cottage Grove.
Yes, sir.
I like to tell all the people out there,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, and you know me very well, the name is Justin.
Yes, sir. That's my buddy Justin. Yes, sir.
I have been in foster homes, shelter homes. I was 13 homeless. I've been on my own since I was 11. God has always kept his hands on me. It's been a lot of bumps in the road, but I've been on my job 22 years. I could have went any number of ways, and you know that.
Hey, I know that. I know a story, people.
But I would like to tell everybody out there, no matter what you do, no matter how it goes, if you believe within yourself, just keep walking. Just keep walking. Because I can tell you, I done worked in that penitentiary. We are people who don't look around us and see what we have around us. What I mean by that is this. We can always say, and we always want better, but I know some guys that ain't never getting out. I know some guys that wish they can get out, got more time on top of time. They just want to be free. See, when you out here, as long as you got breath and as long as you got strength, you can make another day. And I tell people, if y'all can make it 20 years, 30 years inside them walls, you can make it out of here. You can make it right out here. Everybody is not as strong as the next person. But I want y'all to remember this. If I can make it, And I didn't have no mother. I didn't have no father. But I stayed away from the drug game. I stayed away from the slip game. I'm not perfect. Not at all. And there's, like I said, I've been homeless. I've been without. I know what it's like to sleep on floors. But when you know that God has his hand on you, and I'm not no religious person at all, but I want everybody to know there is a God. There is a God. And it all depends on how you view it. You can make it. That's all I got to say.
My brother, you know where I see you at. Thank you, brother, so much, man. Peace out to you. All right. All right. And see, I grew up with the brother, you know, and a lot of things I didn't know, you know, about the brother. He just shared. We grew up, same neighborhood. Same neighborhood. Same neighborhood. That's a good brother there. Family man. So people, I'm going to end this live. I know some of y'all don't want me to end it, but man, I released a lot of energy out today. I tell you, I appreciate you guys coming on here. This is real. Eventually, next month in March, I'm going to move this show to YouTube. So I advise you guys to go and subscribe to my page, Martin G. Johnson. That's all. Just so you get my notifications. I just want to give you guys warning. Yes, I'm still a crime chaser. Yes, I'm still going to chase crime, but in my time. And one thing about crime, nobody hired me to chase crime, and nobody can fire me. I'm a man of many, many talents. And I said, God, if you bless me, I'm going to bless your people. I'm going to tell them the truth when they don't like it. So I'm multitasking. I'm a talk show host now, podcaster. I'm the crime chaser. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. I'm a big brother. I'm a little brother to somebody. And I love. Y'all know I got love. And I love my black people. I ain't ashamed to say it. I wear this red and black green. Everywhere I go, I represent blackness first. And people, this is Black History Month. We got to start loving on each other, people. It's so much hate. Self-inflicted hate. As the rap brother said back in the 90s, we headed for self-destruction, people. I see it coming. I see it coming. Well, you say, well, Martin, I'm educated. I got my house, got my family, my wife. But what about your brothers, your sisters and your brothers that's without? The one that you walk past every day and you turn your nose up at them. You turn your nose up at them. You walk past your brothers and sisters' businesses, black businesses, and don't spend no money with them. You make an excuse not to even go in, not even to stop. Shame on you. This is real, people. Y'all pray for me as I pray for you. This is live, uncut, unedited. I thank y'all so much. Make sure you share the video. And we got black women out here that's missing. They are missing. Literally missing. Nobody knows where they at. This is like they vanished in clear air. We got problems in the black community, people. We need help. Jesus said, the harvest is plenty, but the labors are few. We need some laborers to come out here and do this work, people. Everybody can't do crime chasing. Everybody can't protest and march. But you can give. You can share videos. You can support. You can talk to people. You can love on people. You can encourage people. And you can give to people that can't give to you. Don't get that brother Nothing, because you know he can give to you. You give to the less fortunate, those that can't give you back. And watch God blesses you. The scripture said, there's no greater love than a man to lay down his life for his friend. And I'm going to leave you with this last scripture, people. Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. Be blessed.